Alright, so let's talk about Sarah M. Eden's book, Longing for Home. I got the first book a couple of weeks ago. This is the second one. I returned the first one to the library and got the second one, so I don't have that one to show you, but I wanted to do a little review on it. So let me just get right into it. One of the big things about Longing for Home, the first book, that I really noticed and liked was that the characters have a lot of layers and depth, which when I first started, so by layers and depth I mean like some of these characters in this book have some like secrets and stuff, so you don't know all of those, which is amazing. The way that Sarah Eden worked it, just you didn't know all of those and you wanted to find them out, and you kind of got to know each character as the other characters in the book got to know them. And I thought it was really cool because it didn't, sometimes when you don't know things about characters in a book, you're like, what is going on? I feel so confused. But this was just done so smoothly that you were like, oh, I want to know what's going on, but I'm not wondering that so much that it's like distracting me from reading the story and liking the book. So I really liked that about the characters, and the way that it was written, just how I got to know the characters in a way from a lot that's different from a lot of books that I have read. And then another thing that I noticed, I'm looking at my notes, was that the emotions in the book are very real. They're written very well. They're very vivid, and like I was affected by some of those emotions. Like one of the characters tells a story from their past, and I was like, oh my goodness, like wow, that emotion is really affecting me. So I really liked that. And then another thing about the book was that it wasn't, so this almost sounds negative. If you want a book that like keeps you on the edge of your seat the whole time and feels like something you can't put down and like you can't go to bed and like you shouldn't be reading it during a school week or something, then it's not like that. Like I felt like I could put it down, like I could stop at night and actually go to bed, which is something that I appreciate sometimes in a book. But also, I did want to keep going. I definitely read it fairly quickly within several days' time, and obviously got the sequel. So something that I liked about the first book and sequel, like the transition there, is that the first book didn't leave me like feeling like anything was missing at the end. And I wanted to read the second book, but I didn't feel like anything was missing. Like I wasn't unsatisfied at the end of the first one. So that is all I have for Longing for Home, Hope Springs first book. And then within the next week or two, I should have a video talking about the second book. And I'm not going to tell you anything about it, even though I have started the first few chapters and it looks very good, just as good as the first one. So I hope that you can also get the book and enjoy it. I enjoyed it. So, bye!